Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for this update from your coronavirus headquarters. I'm Mike Thompson. Taking a look at today's numbers, a little more than 8,200 people in Wisconsin have now tested positive for COVID-19. 340 people have died. Nearly 4,000 people, almost half of the cases in the state, have recovered. One new case is being reported in La Crosse and Trempealeau counties, and a second case is now being reported in Vernon County. In Minnesota, there are more than 7,200 infections and 428 people have died. 80% of the deaths in the state have been people living in long-term care or assisted living facilities. In some good news, though, the number of people who've recovered has jumped significantly. 4,200 people in the state no longer need to self-isolate. That includes 1,200 additional people since yesterday. There are no new cases being reported in Winona County, and in Iowa, one new case being reported in Allamakee County, along with one additional recovery. In the entire state of Iowa, a little more than 9,700 people have tested positive, 188 have died, nearly 3,500 people have recovered. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is meeting tomorrow to debate a lawsuit against the state's Safer at Home order. Republican members of the Wisconsin legislature filed the lawsuit last month in response to the Department of Health Services Secretary Andrea Palm extending the Safer at Home restrictions to May 26th. The lawsuit argues that Palm did not have the authority to extend that order. Governor Evers is announcing a plan to provide 85,000 COVID-19 tests per week, making Wisconsin one of the top states in the testing per capita. The effort is part of the Badger Bounce Back Plan. The state currently provides about 60,000 tests per week. Every nursing home resident and staff member would be tested as part of this plan. The number of drive-through testing sites would also be increased, with 15 additional National Guard units mobilized to help set up testing sites. 10 National Guard units are already helping conduct testing. State officials say increasing testing is an important step to reopening the state.
With more testing, we expect to see an increase in positive cases, which will allow us to do the necessary contact tracing to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Labs in Wisconsin can currently process a little more than 11,000 tests each day. A new coronavirus web-based app designed specifically for Wisconsinites launched today. COVID-19 Wisconsin Connect is created in partnership between UW-Madison and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. The purpose of the app is to help create dialogue with people across the state and fact-check misinformation with the help of medical experts. While the curve is flattening in Wisconsin, there are populations still at a risk for contracting the virus.
We're specifically targeting people over the age of 60, also African Americans, Latinos, and members of the Hmong community. And so some of our public service announcements and advertising outreach are specifically targeted to those groups, but the site and the app are for everybody. And so it's a one-stop shop for your coronavirus information, as well as a place to get some social support and have people to talk to about what it is you're going through.
The app provides services to help provide healthy living tips and stress-reducing ideas. To visit the website, go to covid19wisconsinconnect.org. The city of Sparta is keeping businesses closed for now. The city council held a special meeting tonight to discuss a resolution that would start reopening businesses using the phases in the governor's Badger Bounce Back Plan, but using local statistics to guide them in their decisions. The council voted against that proposal with only one member voting for it tonight. Sparta Mayor Kristen Gus says she's heard from many people wanting businesses to reopen now, but due to the lack of safety measures like contact tracing in Monroe County, the motion did fail. Even during a pandemic, homelessness is a problem, and many homeless people are at an increased risk of being exposed to COVID-19. Catholic Charities Warming Center in La Crosse and the Salvation Army are working together to find them a home. And for those who are living in a shelter right now, there are some guidelines in place to keep them safe. News 8 Now's Tyler Jobe explains.
Mary Richmond has one goal: finding a suitable home.
I left an abusive situation in Michigan to come back here.
Staying at Catholic Charities Warming Center wasn't her first option, but the pandemic said otherwise.
I was supposed to go in for surgery, and that all got canceled. I was supposed to stay with someone, but that didn't work out.
Richmond has been staying at the warming center for almost 2 months.
We do our best with staff and volunteers to not only work with them on business things during the day, so getting connected to jobs and services, but also make sure that they have recreational activities.
It's not like we're cooped up inside 24/7. You know, we do get out in the yard, have fresh air, shoot some baskets.
But only so many people are allowed in shelters at once right now. Julie McDermott, a project manager for the Cooley Collaborative to End Homelessness, says she encourages those without a home to socially distance.
We do have healthcare staff going out there and checking on people to make sure people are getting needed medical care, medications, that kind of thing.
Perhaps the coalition's most important goal is getting those in the shelter a new home, something Richmond has found starting next month.
It's going to be weird when I get my own place because I'm going to be by myself.
And if she needs help again,
I know they'll still be there for me. They're just a phone call away.
goal accomplished. In La Crosse, Tyler Jobe, News 8 Now.
McDermott says anyone who leaves the warming center is not allowed back in because of the pandemic. The warming center usually holds 49 people, but that number is significantly lower right now. Well, thanks for joining us for this coronavirus update. We hope you can join us tonight at 10. Have a great night.